Let's talk about travel and culture for prosperity. Hey guys, Randy Gage here. Welcome to another episode of Prosperity TV. I'm coming to you from my place in Miami. And since I got a cameraman today, maybe you can scoop around and show them the view from my place here, my little island between Miami and Miami Beach. And we have a very special guest star this week. We have Moses. And Moses never misses an episode of Prosperity TV, and neither should you. So, I remember back when Iraq invaded Kuwait, and then the U.S. went to Kuwait to liberate it, and there was all this negative publicity and anti-Muslim rhetoric and a lot of ideological and political posturing and arguing and just really negative energy going on here in the United States and everywhere around the world. And I remember that feel like I was getting tainted by it. Like, I don't know about those Muslims. I mean, is everything they're saying true? And it was just then that I actually was doing a speech scheduled in Indonesia. So I go to Indonesia, which has the largest Muslim population in the world, and I was welcomed with such beauty and friendship and positive energy, and just got to know so many people there. And then of course I was in Malaysia and some other places which have decent sized Muslim populations, and it was just such a good reminder lesson to me that when we travel, we make the world such a smaller place, and we have so much more acceptance of others and so much more appreciation for others when we see different cultures, when we hear different languages. And I think one of the big steps you can take towards prosperity consciousness is when you celebrate those differences. I love to go to places like Paris because I know I can just sit at a sidewalk cafe and I'm going to hear 15 different languages. And when I hear those different languages, I don't respond negatively like, why don't those people speak a language I speak? I celebrate that. I did a lot of work in the 90s in Slovenia, Macedonia, Croatia, when the Serbs and the Croats and the civil wars were going on. And I saw people that they programmed their children with hating that other group of people from the day they were born. Yet that's not natural for kids. You could take kids from anywhere. Take a kid from Africa, a kid from Asia, a kid from Belgium, a kid from Russia, a kid from the United States, put them together somewhere, and they would figure out ways to play. They would figure out ways to communicate with each other, even though they don't even speak the same language, most of them. And one of the things I'm working on for a podcast is I haven't decided if I'm going to do a special podcast just for kids, or what I think it's going to be is a special podcast for kids to train their parents how to raise them. And that's going to be coming up in the next week or two. And if you don't subscribe, make sure Power Prosperity Podcast. But I'm going to do a show on that. And one of the things I would tell every parent is get your kid the opportunity to travel as soon as possible, as frequently as possible. Foreign exchange programs, foreign study things, trips, vacations. When they see other people, see other cultures, it just broadens their horizon so much and helps them pursue that path to enlightenment. And for adults as well. And then some of you watching are going to say, you know what, I can't afford to send my kid from Michigan to France for the summer. I get it. But you've got the internet now, you've got YouTube, you've got Netflix, you've got all kind of ways to explore the world for you and your children and really increase your prosperity with that travel, that digital travel, and just celebrating other cultures. All right, go out and have an amazing week. Love you guys. Peace. Hey, don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, Moses subscribes and Moses wants you to subscribe.